What will the night bring? A cup of tea for a start. That's better. Well, Chris is into the first fish of the session. Feel good, Chris?
It's sort of feels weird, man. Fuck knows where it is. Oh, it's out here somewhere. Okay.
Was that on the left hand or the right hand rod?
On the right hand rod. What's that point?
Right hand rod. That's the left hand rod.
Right
yeah,
hand.
right hand. Nice, yeah, mate. Oh, it doesn't look a bad fish.
Come on. Here she comes.
Yes! Get in. You feel a bit more confident in your ability now?
Ooh.
Ooh.
It's a bit of a chunk, that.
Go on, let's have a look. Oh, fucking hell, that is a bit of a chunk, isn't it? Oh my days. Chris is fishing a sling, we've zeroed the scales. Now's the moment of truth. How much does it weigh?
That's a 20. Oh, only just.
£20 on the nose.
No, it's a bit past it.
£20.
2 ounces or something.
20. Is it? £20. Yeah, 22. £20 too. First fish on film for on the bank angling, carp fishing wise.
Is
a 20 pounder.
And who cares if it's a simo?
We don't.
It's a carp. Oh. And it's a winter carp as well. Where else can you catch February 20 pounders? And there he is. The growth.
Nice. Let's just get some video of you out with holding it, and then we'll you know, get some photos and slip him back.
Whoa. Do you know what, mate?
How do you switch your light off?
It's the same as yours, isn't it?
There you go. Let's put that. Oh. Yes, Chris. That's a fish. Well done.
It's a chunk. It's a chunk. He doesn't want his photo taken.
He doesn't, does he?
Can you see that? Or?
Yeah.
That's good.
Well then, mate.
That's why we came here.
Right.
Try and catch a fucking
20. Nice one, mate.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
So Chris is now returning his fish.
Cool.
£20, 2 ounces. Good way to start the session.
2 ounces. Stafford Moor, Beatties carp. Gave good account for itself. Oh, let's get her out. Come on, baby. I still think you're beautiful if no one else does.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, that's it. Go for it. Oh.
Yeah, don't come back in here. Go on, off you go.
Yeah, she's going. Just.
Off it goes.
Off up the margins to feed on my spot again.
Look at it. It's just like chilling.
It's fairly shallow here, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that yours or is that your camera?
It's my camera, mate. I just pressed record and then I thought, no, I'm going to actually keep recording for a little bit. So we can say yes, result, or something along those lines, you know.
Yes.
Well, Chris is telling John about his catch. I think it's kind of we were both getting a bit despondent in what we were catching and, or not catching as the case was. And now that he's just had that run, and I just had a liner on my left hand rod, we're hopeful that we might have one or two more this evening. So a cup of tea, a change of tactics. I'm going to fish a slightly shorter, don't know if you can see that, it's really short, aggressive chod, because that seems to be what's catching them. I'm going to put that on my chod rod. The liner was actually on my little bag rod, so I'm going to keep that as was. If I don't get it going the next sort of like hour or so, I'm going to recast it, because there's definitely fish in the area, so we're loving it at the moment. Anyway, well, just woken up. In the night, my left hander had what I thought was a savage liner, but it was obviously a take. I wound in to recast it, and the boilie had been taken from the actual rig. Put a fresh boilie on, recast it, in the bush, snapped up. I didn't snap up actually, I managed to pull the rig free, but that's what ended up happening to the rig when it came free. It nearly fucking killed me. Flew past me at about 300 mile an hour. For some reason this little robin thinks that this is food. Yeah, little robin, do you want some food? Do you want some food, little robin? Huh? Do you? But yeah, I've rounded my chod rig rod, put it out where I had the take, and put this rod back away because it was 4 o'clock in the morning, it was freezing, and I didn't really fancy sitting about making stuff up again, so I just did that, but nothing ended up happening. I'm just woken up now, got the kettle on, because obviously, you know, a cup of tea in the morning is always carpy. There's even a robin to help me with it. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Try and figure some sort of plan of action out. There isn't much movement on the water. It hasn't been all morning. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do, but I'm going to have to do something soon. Yeah. I've got my cigarette, a cup of tea. Let's see how Chris fared over the evening. Morning.
Morning.
You alright?
Yeah. What's going on?
Not a lot.
It's bloody cold. What's going on?
It's not that cold, it's quite warm now.
I'm cold. I got a real chill last night.
It did go cold last night. It was frozen when I wound my rod in and cast it into the bush. And then put the chod rig over where the other rod was.
And then nothing happened.
And then fuck all happened. Excuse my language, people, viewers, but nothing happened.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I haven't seen anything roll this morning.
I haven't seen a single thing move or anything. And it's flat calm as well.
I'm going to start baiting some spots.
I may just go up to Joseph's and see if I can get a fish for the camera. Because time's getting on now. Go for a walk, wind in and go for a walk up to Joseph's in a minute and just see if there's see what the movement's like on top of the water there. go from there, I think.
The worst catapult in the world. That's about a dozen, mate. Splitting a few. Any bro? Oh, close. Get a good spread.
It's well off.
Can't reach it. What was like last time?
That's better.
Not the time to leave the crowing stick.
Well, we've done a little walk. We're on Joseph's at the moment. We just thought we'd have a little walk around. We found a couple of swims here. It's really snaggy, massively snaggy. Loads of carp moving about from the looks of things. So we're going to put a bit of bait in, and if we don't catch much on Beatties by about dinner time, we're going to come up here and see if we can have something a bit nicer. Well, have something for the camera. Save my blank. But yeah. I know I say but yeah by the end of everything, by the way, viewers, but you're probably going to have to get used to it. I say it a lot. Well, the rig I'm using is a simple inline setup, straight through to mainline, with a short hook link on it, a little quick change bead, little quick change swivel, so I can just take my rig off, and then it's got, well, at the moment it's got one piece of real corn, one piece of fake, but I'm about to just put another piece of real corn on there.
Why have you got a fake corn on there, Kev?
The fake corn maintains a neutral buoyancy of the hook bait, so that it negates the hook. Yeah.
And why are you using corn?
Like cast. I'm using corn because it's yellow.
Because it's bright.
Because it's yellow, and I like yellow things. And I'm using yellow because. Well, I'm using corn because it's not got very high nutritional value, so the carp will eat quite a bit of it, and it's very bright, so it's easy to see, and it's just a good bait. People catch on it, so
Good stuff, man. So hopefully that's going to bag you a Beatties carp. After they probably cleared you out last night, yeah?
yeah, one would hope so. And if not, then it's up to the top pond to catch some bream out the snag.
That's the plan. Good stuff, Kev. Right, so we're in Kev's swim. Kev's going to try and make this cast tight to that island over there. Tight enough.
Pucker.
Probably a foot off it, max. That's where Kev's been baiting up with quite heavily with corn.
fish this on a semi-slack line so that if there's any fish in the area, they'll hopefully knock the line and give me some sort of confidence boost. Hopefully.
That was the rod you were getting all the indications on last night though, wasn't it?
Yeah, I lost a fish on this rod last night, so it was a bit of a pain.
Let's walk down and have a closer look at your little bay.
I'll make a cup of tea.
Right, so this is the same little bay that Kev's fishing to. You've got the deepest part of the lake, or supposedly, it's just opposite him there in front of the dam and where that water drains out. And this is the little island he's been fishing to. It's a little snaggy island. It actually it's like a little spit and then a little island out on its own. There's a little channel that goes in around the back there. Really nice spot. Kind of spot you can imagine him coming in here in the summer. But who knows if they're in the winter. They do like the snags in the winter, but a bit hit and miss. But there were definitely fish here last night, giving Kev liners and indications. That's the main island, which Kev's also been fishing to. And there's Kev. Kev's swim. You see my bivvy behind him. Show you my swim. Now, and where I caught my fish from. So that's the spot I had my fish off last night. Up that no fishing bank. Just sort of chucking it to the point there. Put a fairly hard bottom there. I've put a fairly decent amount of bait out. Trying to get as close as I can to obviously those dying reeds there. So I'm probably 6 foot off that point. See back out. So that's one spot. That's the spot that did the fish last night off that point. Also lost one on there. Then my other spot out there off the end of that island. Fair chuck. 50 yards or so, well, maybe not even that. Not very good with guessing how far it is. It was a fair old chuck. I put quite a lot of boilies out there, but not a sign on that one. I did try one, just cast it long as a sort of single out into an area that they call the triangle, which is between those 3 islands. I'm not sure if you can see the last one. That's the last one down there. So you've got that island there, that small island there, and then this island here. I did try one out in the middle of all of those, but nothing. There we go, there's my swim. So let's see if we can catch another fish.
Well, there's a final couple of hours of our session draws to a close. Other than a small skimmer bream, I'm still blanking. So we've moved up to Joseph's, which is a bit more of a runs water. We're in the backwater at the moment. It's really snaggy out there. I've got one fish tight to my left. No bait runners on. As soon as that line goes tight, I'm just going to strike and just bring the fish in as quickly as possible. Keep it away from these snags. Just had a little twitch on my left hand rod, which is a good start. I've got 3 pieces of corn on the left hand rod and a pop up on the right hand rod. And about 8 boilies over the top of the pop up, and about 2 or 3 handfuls of corn over the corn rod. So hopefully we should get some action. We'll soon find out, but yeah, it's a bit more activity up here than there was on Beatties, so should hopefully have another fish for the camera before very long. Anyway, I'm going to get on. I'll speak to you boys in a bit. Finally in my first fish. Literally minutes after I recorded my last thing. It's not a big carp, but it's a carp, so I'm happy. I hope it's a carp anyway. If it's not, then there's a bloody big something else. Oh, it's a tiny carp. Pass this in that way. Oh.
Literally Kev's first cast after moving from Beatties. He said he wanted to come and avoid the blank. And it looks like he's done it.
I know, yeah. Nice scaly fish.
In the net.
Possibly double figures, maybe. Oh. Yes! I was literally out there, what, 5 minutes?
5 minutes. How big then, Kev?
9.5 pounds. Nearly double.
Nice. It's a nice looking fish though, which makes up for it. And it's avoided the blank for Kev. Oh, that's a stunner, mate. That's an absolute
nice looking
fucking
fish, isn't
belter.
it?
Yeah,
Hey.
that's what you want. What do you have it on, Kev?
On a pop-up.
On a pop-up. What rig?
On a chod.
On a chod rig.
Fished about.
Oh, it looks good with the sun on it.
Does look it. It's a nice looking fish, isn't it?
Yeah, that's good, man.
Are we going to get a photo?
Yeah, I'll get a photo. 2 seconds.
His rod's been out like 2 minutes and he's already into a fish. Would appear it was the right decision to come up here to get some action for the cameras, wasn't it, Chris? Ooh.
Yeah, apart from it's really snaggy. And that's just snagging up down here. Whoa.
Just keep it out of it.
Come on, get out of there.
Ooh. That's not a bad fish. Probably about. Ooh. Ooh. Yep, back of the net. Well done, Chris. So Chris has got his fish in the sling. We're going to see how much it weighs now.
12.
12 pound.
12 pound.
On the nose.
12 pound. Alright, there we go. 12 pound, bang on.
12 pound on the nose.
Tanners, not Tanners.
No.
What are we on?
Lodge, Joseph's.
Lodge. There you
Joseph's
go.
Pond Simo.
Literally not in the water for even.
It was putting the bobbin on.
Putting the bobbin on and it screamed off first cast, so
Beautiful.
there we go.
Well, it's starting to get a little bit dark now and the night's drawing in, so it's nearly time to call it a day. The 2 fish that me and Chris had in quick succession of one another has spooked the swims, unfortunately. Even though we've had a few liners, we haven't managed to pick anything else up. But all in all, it's been a really good session here at Stafford Moor. And we've not done bad given the conditions. We've got to the final final minutes literally, and Chris's rod's just torn off. It's probably the smallest fish of the day. It's definitely the smallest fish of the day, but still, a fish is a fish.
It's a little head shaking mirror, but it's not on a choddy.
She caught this one on a bag.
He's caught it on a little
And a stick as well. Tiny, tiny fish. I've seen bigger bream. In fact, I caught a bigger bream earlier.
God, how did you catch a bigger bream? Oh no, he's rolled over the line. Thought he'd come off because he keeps shaking his head like a little bastard.
There he is. Back of the net.
Cool.
Chris using 2 pieces of artificial corn. Nailing tiny, tiny mirrors.
Look at that rig. That's what I'm talking about.
Are you going to hold this fish up for the camera?
Yeah, man.
Uh.
That's that one done now. That one's not going back out. Oh, he's going to kick off now. There you go. Carp number 3.
Yep.
That one's been out there. Whoa. That one's been out there 10 minutes.
Just shows in the winter, doesn't it? If the bait's in the right spot, you're pretty much guaranteed a bite pretty quickly.
Cast it in a different area and bang, had it. Tight to a feature.
Well done, Chris.
On a little corn rig. Kicking off.
Are you going to slip him back?
Yeah, let's have a little photo.
Okay. Sooner as his first rod, he's just packed down his other rod from catching that little mirror. He's just had another run. Another little mirror, he says. Yep, he's managed it. A little bit bigger than the other one, but still not huge. Yep. Nice.
And that's both rods packed up. Ooh. Might be a double.
Ooh.
Mmm.
Ooh.
Ooh. Let's do this.
Let's do this, Marines.
Let's do this, Marines. Here we go. Is it double trouble? It is. It's double trouble. It's an 11.
Oh, £11.
It's £11.
Ideal. So, Chris has had the final fish of the day probably. A little double figure.
11-pounder.
Little double figure simo.
And yeah, another one of these ones with less scales. Kev's had the prettiest one.
But hey, it's ideal.
I had a nice little pretty one just a minute ago. But these ones, they like their grub, I think.
We're going to take a photo and get it back.
Yeah.